hace. Pierna derecha, directo al arco. ¡Golazo! ¡Golazo!
You are now listening to TWC Football Podcast.
Lobby, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad.
How's your day been? Good?
Yeah, no, it's been calm still.
That's good, that's good. Sorry. Yeah, man, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm just trying to grind, you know, I'm trying to stay, make money, feed my family, you know? You know what I'm saying? Is this your iPad?
No, it's my dad's laptop.
Who?
My dad's laptop.
Oh, first.
Anyone
Man.
Anyone ever told you look like Raheem Sterling?
Who?
Anyone ever said that to you?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you a prick or something?
I watched his interview at the club today and I thought this guy kind of looks like one of my close friends.
You're disrespecting me. Wait, his interview's out?
Why is that disrespectful? Is Raheem Sterling...
His interview's out?
He did like a small media one, yeah, on the day he signed. I can't believe he did all that.
Yeah, I need something on Arsenal.com. All right, man. We've got 40 minutes. Let's get into it. So obviously, it's been a while since we podded. Has it been a while? It's been like 2 weeks, no?
We didn't pod last week, yeah.
We didn't pod last week. A lot has happened in that time. Obviously, we were away on a stag do, actually. We were up in Liverpool. Shout out the boy. What's the problem?
Got ops that listen to this, man.
Sorry, so the audio listeners, yeah, I said we were in Liverpool. I didn't say we are in Liverpool.
No, like, whose stag do was it?
They know that you engaged. Proposed, even.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, guys, yeah, it's been a minute. Obviously, we've been away. Like I said before, we had a stag do. The transfer window closed. The Champions League draw has happened. Raheem Sterling now plays for Arsenal. Declan Rice got sent off, and we'll get into that. What shouldn't have been a sending.
We actually haven't spoken about that, like as a collective, have we? We've not discussed that. We just reacted at the time in the group chat. We've not discussed because there's been a lot of fallout from that.
But the thing is, what is there to discuss? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them things where we just get screwed again. Like, there's nothing we can do. We can't even appeal the red card. We've lost him for Spurs away. It's just the refs being the refs, isn't it? Like, we're powerless, unfortunately.
That's my take from it as well, but I know a lot of Arsenal fans.
My issue is the consistency. I don't like the rule, but I'm okay with the rule if it's applied consistently.
But I don't even think that. I don't even think the rule should be applied in that instance, though.
Yeah. I don't think the rule is necessarily like is great or like I said, I don't think because it should be applied. But if we're going by what it says, he did like kind of kick the ball, which
but the ball was rolling.
I know, but in whatever you want to call it, it did technically thingy play. So like it is by the letters of the law, it is a bookable offence. It's annoying, and obviously he's on the second yellow. So like if he wasn't on a second yellow, we probably wouldn't be as annoyed with it because he just gets a booking. We'll probably be like, that's stupid, but it wouldn't be as much outrage, or probably wouldn't even get highlighted as much if he wasn't on the second already on a yellow. But just like I said, my issue with it and my issue with a lot of the refereeing in the Premier League is just the consistency. I don't like rules, but I can accept some of them. But when it's not applied consistently, that's what really frustrates me, because obviously I didn't even realize at the time, but obviously early in the game, João Pedro like booted the ball, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like I'm so sure now after this we might see it in another game, like the next game, because it's like recent. But I'm so sure like during the course of the season, this rule isn't gonna be refereed consistently. Some refs are gonna just be like let it slide or whatnot, or some are gonna book, and that honestly, again, I'm repeating myself, but that's just my biggest annoyance with it all, is just the consistency.
No, I hear you. Let's park the bus on Arsenal for a second. let's go to the biggest match in the game week, which was Manchester United hosting Liverpool. I don't think we spoke before the match. What did you guys think was going to happen? Because I was with, who was I with? I was with my boy, one of my boys, and I said to him, I said, United are going to lose
boy
this
you
match.
got again.
What's his name? Who's your boy?
Yeah, and all of a sudden this guy just I've got
I've got this boy. Oh, my boy.
Yeah.
My boy. Like, who's the boys?
You know, jealousy's crazy. You know,
it's not jealousy.
You know, jealousy's crazy emotion.
We know your boys. So
Exactly. Exactly.
How can I say I got a boy and this is the reaction? Like, it was one of my boys, innit? I don't think you don't like. It don't matter, innit? It don't matter. But I was with one of my boys, and I said to him, and I said, "Yeah, United are gonna lose this game," and he was like, "Nah,
really?
like, you know, they look good." Yeah, I said, "Bro, I thought United were gonna lose, definitely." He was like, "Nah, they've got look at the starting 11. They've got Zertsky, they've got Delit, they've got blah blah blah." And I was like, "Listen, this man, it's the manager. They can have any bro. Give them Prime Messi. With this manager, they're not succeeding. All right, Prime Messi, that's a bit of a stretch, obviously, but you get what I mean. Like Ten Hag, he sucks, man. He actually sucks. But anyway, back to the question. What did you guys think before the game?
I was expecting a similar game as to what we've seen in the last few seasons, where Liverpool have probably had, well, they've been a better team going into it. They've had countless opportunities to probably smash United, but they've not taken the opportunities. And then it's become more of a game because, you know, United have got the quality to put a break together and score a few goals. They've got good players. So I was expecting goals from either side. I wasn't sure what the result was going to be, but I wasn't expecting it to the gap between the two teams to be so vast, man. It was quite sad towards the end of the second half, really.
Ife, what do you think?
You know what? I didn't have like a thoughts on the game or what was going to happen before it started. I thought like the first two, so I don't know if it's their third game in it. Like the first two games I've seen from United.
Yeah, third game.
Obviously, they bought a lot of players and whatever. And like to be fair, most of them didn't start. But what I've seen from United so far this season is just more of the same.
So that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, so like, but then also at the same time, obviously Liverpool look great, but I don't know. I think maybe it's just the kind of like traditionalist in me. I just feel like I just always feel like big games are always like tightly contested, and then also because United are at home, like I'm not surprised. Obviously they can lose because they've been losing a lot at home under Ten Hag. Like, but I didn't think they'll get
their first season. They won all their home games pretty much, and then last season they went to shit. So yeah, it's crazy how that's worked out. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't think they'll get like I didn't think they'll get slapped the way they did.
Listen, I've got a question. Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
Ife, you watched it in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't get to fully watch the 90. I caught bits of it and I got the highlights as well. But I've seen a lot of discourse about, you know, Man United, Ten Hag and all that kind of stuff. Let's chill on them for a second. Is Arne Slot the guy? Like, what's he cooking over at Liverpool? Tactically, what did you guys see in this game? Like,
I just think it's too early to say. Like, obviously, I get the hype and everything around him, and like they have looked good since they've started, and I feel like he hasn't changed. I don't think he's changed much since he's been there. I feel like he's like, I mean, you could like preface it with the fact that they didn't really spend much in the transfer window, or maybe they didn't have the ability to spend, so that's why he hasn't changed much. But I do kind of respect the fact that maybe he seems like he's an adaptable coach because he's come in and he's like maybe like little tweaks or like minor tweaks, but from what we've seen is mainly more or less the same. From let me not say that because it's not exactly the same. It's more like he's played, and I think I do like this when coaches do this. He's playing to the squad strengths. Right. I think that's what I've seen mainly.
Steve, you look like you're disagreeing now.
No, I agree. No, I'm
Okay,
just trying to
okay.
think of what I would also add to that. Yeah, but yeah, I agree.
Well, I was listening to, I don't know which pod it was, forgive me, but I was listening to a pod and they were saying that what he's doing at the moment is he is bringing back elements of how Liverpool used to play. So, for example, again, I didn't watch the game. You guys are gonna have to guide me on this, but for example, apparently Van Dijk, there's this cross the ball field diag that he used to hit. Apparently, he was hitting that. Um, they also said, did Trent invert
He did.
he inverted at points in the game to
After
like
20 minutes, yeah. Yeah.
is it
Get,
after 20 minutes?
yeah, get more control of the because it was a basketball game like it was sloppy. And
So it
then
was open at first.
yeah, it was open at first and then Trent kind of tucked in within 20 minutes and Rashford weren't sure where to be because obviously they
Yeah,
were trying to do the man-to-man thing
yeah,
and they got more control of the game. But
right.
But in reference to your point in terms of them going towards, like having the tactic of going towards what Klopp initially started when he first came in, yeah, Salah referenced that. They said they were going to press as a four, the front four were going to press as a four, similar to how they did when Jurgen Klopp first came in. He said that in his interview. So yeah.
Okay.
But they were clean, man. They were clean. I liked
So
it.
how realistic is them, actually going all the way? Because last season, I I didn't believe in Liverpool because I felt like they were quite. I felt defensively they weren't strong enough. I just felt like to win this league, the bar that themselves and Man City have set, you need defensive stability. So based off of what we've seen very, very early, 3 games, do you think they're going to be thereabouts for the title?
I've seen. I'm looking at this season completely differently. I'm not looking at it as like who's because all these teams like us, Liverpool, City are top teams. Obviously, City are above, I think. But when I'm looking at the schedule, I'm just thinking who can keep their players fit, who can get through it. So I'd like to see. I know, obviously, I'm not really answering your question, but I'd like to see where guys are at, like Feb, because that's when the Champions League group stage matches finish. I think the last one's on the 29th of Jan.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
What? With the new format?
Yeah, It's so you remember when it
there's
used to
more
start in
games.
December?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going into Jan.
Yeah, there's a
Flipping
lot.
hell,
There's
man.
there's a lot more games, bro.
So, like,
hell.
for example, just quickly, Arsenal have got Spurs away on a Sunday, Atalanta away on a Thursday, Etihad on the Sunday. That's in 1 week. Like those sort of fixtures are going to happen.
And that's in September.
That's in September.
Or
So
October it's going to be, sorry.
the big boys are going to be playing every 3 days, 4 days in these matches, and I think it's going to be whoever can keep their squad the fittest. I think that would be telling in terms of how far you can get. With City, we've seen in the past they can. Well, I mean, Rodri's not even playing, and they look fine. Arsenal, we'll get onto them later, I guess, but yeah, it seems as though if we lose a few players, it gets a bit sticky. Liverpool, for some reason, I don't know if it was the spirit of Klopp last season, but they were able to navigate through that injury crisis and they were still challenging towards the last 5-6 weeks. So I just want to see a bit more before I said, but they're definitely a top 4 team, top 3 team.
The Liverpool fans apparently they weren't happy with their transfer business because they felt as though they were 6 short. They're like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
something in the
think
middle of the park.
I think they're light in midfield and light in defense. Honestly, I think I was kind of thingy on this a bit last season, but now, especially with the addition of Chiesa, obviously, like you don't know, I've been a fan of Chiesa. Obviously, I think the signing is very low risk, high reward in the fact that they've paid basically like £10 million for him. Obviously, he's had a lot of injuries over the past couple of years, but I feel like last season he stayed like relatively fit. And when I watched him at the Euros, like I still liked what I saw. I didn't obviously he wasn't my days like world beater, but like I still thought he was quite good. So I think that's a very good signing. And I think with him added in now, I do think they've got the best attacking depth in the league. Like I don't obviously City or maybe us might be better going forward, but I think Liverpool definitely have like the best attacking depth. I could even make the argument that they have the best attack in the league just because of the fact that they have, and I think I said this last season. I don't rate a lot of their attacking options outside of like Salah and then Jota to an extent, but they've got about three. Probably now they've got like five guys who can probably get you 10 goals in the league each in a season.
Yeah.
Like obviously Salah's good for more. Salah's probably good for like 20 goals. I think Jota, like over the course of the season, he could probably get you at least at the bare minimum 10 goals in the league. I think Luis Diaz can do that as well. I think Nunes can do that as well. I think Gakpo can do that as well, and now probably Chiesa could probably do that as well, which is nuts. I've mentioned like maybe 6 guys. Obviously, just because of the way things are played and like injuries and like game time and like rhythm, they're not all gonna get 10 goals in the league. But I think is that like 6 guys
capable.
or something?
Yeah.
I think like out of those 6, probably like 3 to 4 could probably get 10 goals, which is kind of mad.
Yeah, agreed. Mo Salah, is he the greatest Liverpool player of all time?
Oh,
The guys are giving me some funny faces here.
yeah, I don't know, because I feel like Liverpool fans, especially the ones that lived in the 80s and whatnot, they would probably say like Ian Rush or Dalglish and whatnot. I don't know. I can't speak on that. But yeah, in this era, for sure. I don't know is he above Gerrard?
I don't think he's above Gerrard.
That's why I asked the
I
question.
don't know if Liverpool fans would say that. Like, would they say?
I don't think so. Maybe
The thing is, yeah. So sorry, Fred. The thing is, yeah. I initially when I saw discourse on the timeline, and I thought to myself, that's insane. Like Steven Gerrard, instantly, that's what I thought. But then I thought to myself, Steven Gerrard never won the Premier League, and that kind of has to play a factor, no? He didn't win the Premier League, like.
Yeah, but they would argue his teams weren't really as good as the ones that Salah has played in.
That's fair enough, but it is what it is. Like that's unfortunate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Like,
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
I don't think
Salah's won everything.
You could argue he should have won more, but he's in the Man City era.
How?
Liverpool. I think Liverpool, probably should have won more trophies.
Man City era, like you just said, like it's we can see why they haven't. Do you know what I mean?
No, but it's not because they're not good enough.
Yeah, but it is though. It is though.
And to be fair, in Gerald's case, you can see why they didn't win the Premier League, why he never won the Premier League. And again,
They almost did that.
challenge.
What do you mean by that?
What?
What do you say? You can see why they didn't win the Premier League. Like, is it an indictment on him?
No, not necessarily.
I think he means
because
the
teams.
teams.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you put it on him.
Oh yeah, no. And to be fair, Gerrard has won everything at Liverpool apart from the Premier League.
Right, Premier, that's the big one, man. Come
Obviously, I think the Champions League is bigger, but obviously,
Okay, fair enough. But in terms of legacy for legacy,
I think legacy
Listen.
for legacy, it matches up, and I think obviously the Premier League is a big one because Liverpool never won it in the modern era, and that's the first one. But in terms of like, I'm not even 100% sure. I'm like, I won't be surprised if Gerrard has won more trophies for Liverpool than Salah because they win like the cup treble like in 2000.
2001.
2001.
Yeah,
They won the treble.
they won like the cup treble, so already that's like 3. Then like they won another FA Cup, they won another Carabao Cup.
When was the FA Cup? 2005 or 2006.
Yeah.
When was the other one? You said they won another one.
Then they beat Cardiff.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah, like the Carabao Cup.
Okay,
Like
first.
2011 or something like that.
Yeah,
So like in terms of trophies, like, and then obviously like appearances and stuff like that. So, but I don't know. I just feel like
I'd probably still say Steven Gerrard just because, but I just wanted to see what you guys would say. Like, is there a debate? I don't know. I think maybe we need to speak to Liverpool fans to see how they feel about it because we're kind of biased outside looking in. Okay, let's
He's the difference though. Like
he is.
I was watching Haaland on Saturday. The second goal he scored, like not many guys scored it, and then I was watching Salah, like his goal contributions. I don't think too many guys make them decisions. Like that little outside the foot pass that he put into Diaz for the second goal. How many guys do that, man? Like, and that's my worry when it comes to Arsenal. But I guess we'll get to it.
But you. Sorry if I've gone. I was just
go on, say it.
No, you said Salah wasn't all that. Like you said that.
No, I didn't say that.
You said that. Yeah, you said
No,
that, bro. You said that.
The guy's elite.
The evidence is there.
I didn't say that. Never said that. I didn't say he's not all that. Come on.
Whatever, man. What's your question?
Do you think Salah's an underrated playmaker?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Because I said that
100%.
I said that to my friends the other day, and they lost it, and I was like,
100%.
I was like, how, like, I don't know if they thought I was saying he's an elite playmaker. I'm not saying he's elite or anything.
No.
Like, I think like he doesn't get the credit. Like he's a lot. Sorry, he's a lot better. He's a lot better at it than he's given credit for.
Yeah, and
I think. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. That's what my beef was with guys like Steve, who were saying like, oh yeah, Salah's a great goal getter. He's a great goal getter, but like his all round game and this and that. And I was like, bro,
no, I just
bro,
stylistically,
you and Gids were saying that Salah can't play, and I was saying Salah can play.
stylistically, he's not for me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you lot were saying that he can't play.
I
Like,
didn't
he can't
say
ball.
that.
Gids therefore said that he can't ball.
He can't
Do you know
ball.
what? Do you know what? He's not here to defend himself. He's not here to defend himself. So I'm not going to do that.
All right, if I said that, that's just wrong because there's too much tape of him balling or doing amazing things for me to say.
That's why I didn't get it.
That's
why I didn't get it.
That's why I don't think I said that.
Fair enough. I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna dig up the archives, man. We've got 200 episodes.
Okay, if I said it, it must have been in the early days. 17.
Okay, so now it went from I didn't say that to
No,
if I said
I
it.
can't imagine, but you said that first and foremost that I said that. So if you're saying that, you must have heard.
Yeah, I because I was saying like his all round, like he's not just a goal scorer, like he can play as well.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was like Messi level, Ozil level, nothing like that. But I said he's got a bit about him.
But aesthetically, yes, I'm not the biggest fan. I've always said that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I won't deny that. That is true. Okay, all right. Let's move on to Man United. Let's dissect it. I'm upset Gids isn't here because he is our resident Man United hater, but I'm sure we can do a good job. Where do we start, man? Casemiro,
Oh man,
Onana,
that was
Garnacho coming on for what's his name? Oh, what's his name?
Diallo for Garnacho.
Diallo getting dropped for Garnacho. Rashford, I don't know what is going on with Rashford. Mason Mount can't seem to stay fit. Xerxes didn't look great. Boy, boy, you guys take the floor, man. Where do you want to start?
That Casemiro performance, yeah. Oh man,
With shame, and that's your go as well.
yeah, bro. It was sad. It was sad to
It was
see.
actually sad.
It was actually sad to see. The thing is, obviously, like people running bants, but even on the commentators and stuff like that, they were just like, oh, like they didn't want to do it. They was like, this is a what, a 4 or 5 time Champions League winner, part of like one of the greatest midfields ever. Like this is that, and it just, oh man. And the thing is, like, it's been like this for like a year. It's been like this since he's been here.
Do you know what's mental? He's actually looked decent in the first couple of games though.
Fulham was good.
Like,
Yeah.
Fulham was
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah. No, those first couple of games, I remember those first couple of games. He was looking good, and guys were like, "Oh my days! Oh, I can't believe Real Madrid didn't let him get on the ball more. Like, oh, he's showing more things this Saturday." And I don't know what happened, if he got injured or whatever, but like, it's just sad. But then I don't blame him. I blame Man United more so because you paid 70 million for him, and Real Madrid
It's not even
like,
that.
No, because like you know these things, like history.
No, bro.
With Man United, their history of buying these big name players from top teams is terrible. Look at Schweinsteiger. Look at Di Maria. This is that like
But that's let's not even look at that. When Casemiro loses the ball, it's open season. There's no protection. Like I don't understand how they play. Like when he loses the ball, go on, Steve.
No one plays like that anymore. Like, do you remember when Wenger used to play like that? Every big away ground, the DM would have the ball, would get pressed, and then the fullbacks would be halfway up the pitch. Like, no one plays like that anymore. So yeah. Anyway, sorry, continue.
No, they're hanging him out to dry. Like, yeah, he's regressed. Yeah, he's not the best. But when he loses the ball in the positions he loses the ball, it shouldn't just be open season. Do you know what I mean? Like, what structurally, what the hell are Man United like? What's the game plan, man? Like, what are they trying to do?
I don't know. I think. Well, Ten Hag has said it beginning of last season. He said, "You guys expect me to, deploy the Ajax team that you saw. That's not what, I think they employed me to do something else. We should be a transitional team. The history of United is transitional. So I think he wants to get enablers in midfield, pressers, high energy, and try and hit teams on a break. I think he wants to do that. And the Ugarte signing speaks to that, I think.
Yeah, but they have no ball. Who's progressing the ball? Ugarte, it could turn out to be a good piece of business for them. But who's progressing the ball? Who's getting the ball from front to back?
Martinez, De Ligt, Mazwari, Dallo. I know obviously they had it was a bad team performance, but I thought the four defenders, Martinez had a bit of a stinker, but they actually individually had good game. I thought Dallo was good. Dallo's really come leaps and bounds, by the way.
Yeah, he has. He's improved. Last season was really good for him, to be fair. I didn't think he had it in him like that.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the progression will they're more technically sound than they were last year. That's for sure.
You said that.
Yeah, and Xerxes will. He's not fit. He didn't look fit. He's either lazy or he's not fit, and we're going to find out because it's still early.
Bro, we're in our third. This is his third season. Is this his third year? First season. Yeah. This is Ten Hag's third season, and we're still asking questions about what is it that Man United are trying to implement. Now,
do you know how much he spent, by the way?
Over 600 million, huh?
Yeah,
600 million. 3 years. We're still looking for that proper tactical identity. It's a simple question. How much longer will this continue for? When is Ten Hag going to get sacked? Because
2 months. I think he'll be sacked in 2 months.
Even after signing a new contract.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to get. It's going to get much better than this. I don't think so. Because they want to finish in the Champions League places. Yeah, that's the goal. And I don't think they're better than Villa. I don't think they're better than Spurs. They're definitely not better than Liverpool, Arsenal, City. That's 5 teams.
You don't think they're better than Spurs?
I don't think they're better than Spurs, no. I don't think they're better than Spurs. I watched Spurs against Newcastle. Spurs should have slapped Newcastle 5 or 6. They just couldn't convert their chances. And they're
naive. They're naive defensively. Yeah, they're super naive. Yeah.
So soft. So I think they're a better side than them. I'm just sort of waiting for them to click.
Now this might be a mad one, but Brighton are looking decent, man.
Oh, bro.
Brighton
I was saying it in the chat. I couldn't believe who they were bringing off the bench.
I think Brighton have a better front line than Man United.
No. No.
João Pedro. He starts for Man United.
Brighton are going to make money off him next season.
He starts for Man United. Adingra starts for Man United.
But no, is he better than Rashford?
Not for Rashford.
No,
wait, is he left?
He's right foot.
Yeah, play him. I was thinking on the right, to be fair.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's better than Rashford, no. I think Rashford is the only Man United forward that starts. But even then...
Got Minter.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, anyway.
If you said no, who's better for Man United than the Brighton front line? Matoma?
Oh, I forgot about him.
Bro,
I think honestly, United strikers are not great. I think Højlund, Xerxes, and João Pedro are all probably around the same level. So I don't think João Pedro definitely starts over one of them two. I feel like you can say any one of those three are better than the other, and you're better. Oh, okay. So I think in the striker, I don't think João Pedro starts over them because I don't think he's clearly better than them. Obviously, Rashford starts on the left. On the right, again, I'm not the biggest fan of Garnacho. And to be honest, I haven't seen that much of Adingra or Diallo. Obviously, they brought Minter in this season. But from the little knowledge I've seen, I think they're probably all around the same level. Obviously, maybe Adingra might have a higher ceiling or something. But I think... in terms of their level, it's all around the same. So I don't think any of them.
We need to talk about Marcus Rashford What? Yeah. What do you say, man? Steve, I know that's your guy, innit?
It's sad because now I was watching it with Jay Hump, and he was getting onto him as well. But I said that's he's come from Carrington, and the fans are booing him like he's Anthony or something like that. There was an opportunity for him to go 1v1 against Konate.
Yeah.
He didn't take it, and he got. You should have heard the noise through the TV. It was so bad. It's really sad. He's lost his confidence, and it's been going on for over a year now. So now, similar to the Martinelli situation, you're concerned. Is this you now? Is this who you are? Like,
what's best for him?
He needs to come out of the team.
Come out of the team.
Yeah, he just needs to come out of the team. Just a few games of not starting, and hopefully that will work. Maybe.
I don't know. I think sometimes that could damage it, because then that's when you actually know, yeah, you're not like, that's when you know, yeah, you're stinking it up.
But he is.
He is, and I'm sure he knows that. But like, I don't see. It's crazy because obviously he didn't go to the Euros, which I think should have probably helped. But like, he should have come back looking sharp again, because if like now after 3 games, after having like, you've had a terrible second half, whole season in general, then everyone kind of gave you that grace. Oh, you know what? It is what the team was destroying, it, injuries, whatever. You've had a season of rest, a full pre-season now. You should come in looking sharp and hungry. You play 3 games, you stink, and then you get dropped. Ugh, it's just gonna then like that. What's the excuse? Like, do you know what I mean? I think he's just got to play his way through it. Like, I think obviously now it's an international break. You should kind of use that time, maybe assess whatever, clear your head and whatever, and then just get through it. But was it Jordan that said this? I think he said that like sometimes you don't realize like it's hard, isn't it? When you've got stuff going on in your life, like behind. Obviously, I don't really know what's going on in Rashford's life behind closed doors, but when you've got stuff going on behind closed doors, or like you're just in a rut, he's like, I think he gave the example, like, imagine us lot at work, like when things are going, like we'll probably struggle to perform. So like for him, like, not that it's an excuse, but I can understand. I can kind of almost understand like how he's gotten into this rut and how he hasn't gotten out of it. But honestly, he's got top talent potential. I don't even want to say potential, like that. Like his ceiling is like a top player, and he's like shown glimpses of it. So I think he just needs to get right and just get back on it. Honestly.
Okay. Let's go. Let's take a little break. And we'll be back for part 2. Yeah, let's talk a bit about Arsenal Football Club then. So, as we mentioned at the start of the pod, we kind of went through the Declan Rice thing. Yeah. Steve, did you have anything you wanted to say in regards to the Declan Rice sending off?
It's just irritating because I felt like the referee kind of thought, you know what? Let me just show that the PGMOL aren't messing about here. There's an opportunity to make a statement to show that we're not taking any nonsense. Anyone can get it. This is an England player with a big profile. I'm going to show that I'm not afraid to send this guy off. And he did it. And it's just, probably at the time thinking, I'm a big man. I've made a big decision. That's why I'm one of the best young referees at the bout. But it was a mistake. Like, it was unnecessary and it ruined the game. I think if he just pulled Veltman and Rice aside and said, listen, guys, stop messing about. Let's crack on. If any more, and, you're both getting booked. Everyone would have been fine.
Veltman should have got booked. If anyone's getting booked, Veltman booted.
That's
Rice.
why I was so shocked. Like, at the time, when you could hear Welbeck in the TV, he goes, sorry, that's the second yellow. And I was thinking, why is he saying that about his own teammate? And then when he started, the referee got the yellow and the red out for Rice, I was so confused. But, yeah, to be fair, like, it is, that could be deemed a yellow card. Like, Declan Rice did kick the ball out of play, but I don't think, if we use common sense, and we've all watched football for years, not too many people are getting booked for that. I'm sorry. Like, the referee shouldn't want to intervene and send somebody off for that. You shouldn't, but it is what it is. We told the L and we move on.
Okay, right. Before we get into the game, I was listening to Askcast today. Shout out Askcast. And a really, really good question I thought was asked. If you had to pick someone to play left wing for us for the next 10 games, who would it be? They have to start the next 10 games for us. Out of the players that we have currently, who would you choose?
Are they all fit?
Everyone's fit, yeah.
Sterling.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be new toy syndrome, but I'll probably say Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling.
Really?
Either Sterling,
So,
Sterling or
so
Trossard.
yeah, the pros we have here is Martinelli. Right now, he's going through it. We can see that he's not at his best, but you can play him for 10 games. He might play himself into form, kind of like what Ife said with Rashford before. You have that. Trossard, we know what Trossard brings to the table in terms of finishing. He's going to score goals. I think if you start Trossard in 10 games, you're getting goals. I don't want to put a number on it, but you're getting goals.
I think you're getting a few stinkers though.
That
I think
could
you're getting
also,
more stinkers maybe than more. I think he's a super sub at this point.
that's also very valid. So that's probably the cons for him. The cons for Martinelli is obviously he's not in form. Sterling, the pros are he's got probably one of the best movement we've seen. I don't want to say in the Prem, but movement wise, he's sensational. Numbers wise, throughout his career, he's got numbers. Obviously, we know Chelsea hasn't been great for him, but he's still got, was it 10 Premier League goals and 7 assists last season?
Yeah.
I
Still
think it was
got
eight.
that. 8 assists last season, 10 Premier League goals,
No, I think it was 8 goals.
8 goals, sorry, and however many assists. He'll be in an Arteta type of squad, which we know that he is familiar with. He's worked with the manager already. In my opinion, the player still has class. There's still quality there. I don't think he's finished yet. I don't think he's rubbed like people are saying. But then the cons, obviously, we don't know. There's nothing to say that he's going to be great for us, really. He's not played in this actual team, so it's a gamble. You've both gone with Sterling.
Who you choosing?
I've gone between all three of them, to be honest with you, because Martinelli, I think he needs to, like it. I think Andrew said it on Askcast as well. If we give him 10 games, after the 10 games, he's still playing the way he's playing. Okay, we know you're done. Like you're finished, isn't it? You're finished. We'll find a suitor for you in summer. We've given you your last chance. You're done. There's that. But then on the opposite end, if he does catch a bit of form, you might reignite the player, and then we might start seeing Martinelli evolved. So there's that. Trossard, I think Trossard is our best finisher. I think he's the best finisher at the club. So why would I not play the best finisher at the club for 10 games? Do you know what I mean? I get what you're saying in terms of the stinkers, because I think the same thing. But the guy, bro, we've seen the quality he has. When he's on it, he's on it. And then Sterling, like you guys know, I've been a Sterling stan since Liverpool days. I think he still has something to offer. I think he still has something to prove. There's that. But then, like if I said as well, is it just shiny toy syndrome? Like how do we know he's gonna bang? We don't.
I just like the idea of Saka and Sterling on the other side of the wing. I just like the idea of it. Like that's you coming up against that. You're thinking that's tough.
Yeah, but Sterling 1v1 though.
Sterling 1v1.
Has he still got it 1v1?
I think he's still got that separation.
Fair enough.
I think he's still got that separation. I don't know it to be the case, but I saw him last season. I thought, okay, you still got it. Still
Yeah,
making some
but
crazy
I
decisions.
was surprised. I was like, when I saw he's 29, I was actually surprised. I
Yeah,
thought he
he was
was
older.
31, 32.
no, he's
our
our
age.
age. He's our year.
Yeah.
He's literally our year. Yeah, I don't know. Separation wise, I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen that in a while. But the Sterling,
he's not blistering, but he
Yeah.
can create separation from his fullback for sure.
what I like the idea of is Saka on the right, either going left, right, doing whatever he does. He always gets the ball into the box. And when it comes to movement, I think Sterling is elite. I think Sterling will, if not get on the end of chances, his movement will disrupt things, and then you get like a Kai Havertz, or you get like your left eight crashing a box, doing something. I think things can happen with Sterling in the team. I've got to be honest.
In theory.
In theory. And obviously we scored 91 goals last year. And not to say that we're going to score more, but, you know, yeah, adding Sterling, I think is good. He's better than what we currently... In theory, at his best, he is better than what we currently have.
He is better than what he's better than Sterling, and he's better than Martinelli, and he's better than Trossard. He is.
Yeah, but I'm just hesitant because of Chelsea. I think Chelsea was a blip, and I think because of the circumstances at the club, I think that's why he was playing the way he was. Because when you see some of the comps of his misses and stuff, it is kind of mad.
2 years is a long blip as well, man.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like we'll see a better player than we saw at Chelsea, but how much better?
Exactly.
That's what I think.
Okay,
exactly.
How much better is that? Not still better than what we've got now currently?
Well, Trossard is good though. Trossard is good.
Yeah, I think.
Trossard, man.
I'll clock you. You're not a fan. You're not a fan of Trossard.
Bro, I hate that thing where he comes inside, yeah. You know that thing? Because I think Trossard thinks he's got more acceleration, upper body strength, and pace than he actually does. So he does that thing. You know when he comes inside and he drifts a bit and he does a step over, and he just gets body off the ball. Oh my God, it infuriates me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just play. You're not Hazard. Just play properly. Yeah. Get in the box. Finish your chances. That's
but the thing is, like, he kind of has to. I feel like he kind of has to do that because I agree with you. I don't think like he is lacking in the physicality department, but like if he doesn't try, like he's gonna like teams are gonna. Do you know, like the kind of way they almost like figure him out. Like if they know he's not gonna like what's the saying? Like you have to keep defenders honest. So like you may not be good at certain things, or you may not particularly excel at certain things, but I feel like you still kind of have to do them, just so you don't have that kind of like predictability in a sense. But I do get what you mean. But I think.
You think what, bro?
I am kind of leaning towards Trossard, but I think maybe it's shiny toy syndrome and the profile of Sterling is just making me think that is what's persuading me to go with Sterling, because I just like Steve said, I like the fact that and you said as well, he's got the movement. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. Him and Saka could even like switch rings if they wanted to during the game. I think like he gives like he's a runner. Like he's a runner, so he gives like Odegaard that option. He gives Rice that option. Like I think he opened like even what's his face Havertz as well. Like I feel like Sterling opens things up more for this team than the other two. But then again, I feel like I'm countering my own points. But again, that might just be because he is a new player in the team. So of course he's gonna open things up differently, if you get what I mean.
We know his game. I just like the idea that when Sterling is standing up his fullback, he can either come inside, go to the byline, he can dink with his left foot. We've seen that. We've seen him do that. Saka offers the same threat too. I like that sort of dynamic. Whereas Martinelli at the moment, unfortunately, it's so clear that what he wants to do. He's trying so hard to force himself to come inside to get that shot off, and it's just not happening. And Trossard, it's inconsistency whenever he's starting games. Whereas there's a certainty with what Sterling does. Obviously, it's not always the best in the final third. He can be inefficient, but I can see the picture of what he wants to do. I think that threat of both wings I think that changes things for us, I think. But obviously, I'm sort of, it's wishful thinking because I'm just hoping Sterling's the player that you think he could be. And I think he will be. I don't see why he'd fall off to a point where he's going to be rubbish. I think he'll add value for us. I can't see that why he wouldn't.
Can Kai Havertz score 20 league goals?
I don't think so.
That's a lot of goals.
It's a lot of goals, man. I don't think so.
All comps, I think he can.
Yeah,
Premier League, nah.
I don't think so. Because I don't think. Okay, obviously, it's kind of. I don't know if it's bad, but the only outlier or someone who scored 20 goals in the Premier League season, who I've thought, you know what, you're not someone who I think is capable of that, is probably Sterling. Like I don't like. You guys may counter me in a minute, but like, but like most of the players who we've seen score 20 league goals, I think they are like, in terms of finishing or getting on the end of the chances, they are relatively like close to elite at that. Like even someone, I'm not even going to disrespect him because like Aubameyang is a good finisher. Like Aubameyang could definitely get that. Maybe Mane, like maybe because of the system a bit.
Mane
like,
did do it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like maybe Mane is in that category of he scored 20 goals, but I don't really think that's like him.
I got to disagree, man.
But then, yeah, exactly.
Mane was him.
No, he was, but then like he's not prolific. I don't think Mane is prolific like that. Do you know? Maybe I don't know. I think I'm rambling at this point, but back to Havertz, I don't think so. Purely because I don't see him as like prolific enough to like get 20.
Yeah,
unless our system was just feeding him disgustingly, and he was just getting like those back post tap-ins that Sterling was getting.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's talk it. Let's talk the game a little bit. Yeah, so we obviously took the lead. The red card happened, and it literally changed the game. Brian came into it more, and yeah, to be honest, on another date, Brian actually could have won it. I don't know how you guys feel.
I think we could have won it too.
Are you worried?
We could have won it as well.
We could have. We
actually should have. Like, we had some good. Like even when it's down to 10 men, we had some good chances.
Yeah. I don't know if someone said it in the chat. You might have said it, Steve. Actually, when we go down to 10 men, it just seems like, I don't know, man. I don't think we should go. It shouldn't have got as peak as it did, as quickly as it did, in my opinion. Like we get rattled.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it comes from whatever the manager's message is. To be fair, when you look at the opposition, like let's say if it was a Southampton at home or Leicester City at home, maybe we take a different approach. But I think Brighton just needed to be patient in terms of making the extra pass. I think they were too excited whenever they got near around our box and they were just blasting shots off. And to be fair to them, it did kind of land them in situations where they could have scored, because when the first deflection happened, there was then an opportunity for them to take a shot and get a shot on goal. But I think there are opportunities for them to make the final pass and really punish us. But we're solid. We're solid, and I can see why Arteta would fall back on our defensive solidity. So I wasn't mad at it. And to be fair, when you look at the two chances we had on the break, we could have got something from the game. But I do respect the effort from the players, because it was pretty much a whole half of 10 against 11.
Right. I want to move on to Man City, because I want to talk a little bit about Erling Haaland. I think because Man City are so good, we do a thing where we don't always kind of give them their flowers. But before I do that, I wanted to ask you, because me and Steve had this conversation off air earlier in the week here. Do you think David Raya can get to Alisson and Ederson levels?
I think you can get to Ederson's level. I don't think you can get to Alisson's level. Like, I've been a big fan of Ederson, but I have come to realize like Ederson is like clearly better. I think I think Alisson is like, obviously maybe because of the amount of things he's won, but I think if you're talking as just him as a player, I think he's in the conversation of like best goalkeepers we've ever seen in this league. He's firmly in that conversation. I don't think Ederson is. Maybe Ederson's the best ball-playing goalkeeper we've seen, but that's because he's a freak anomaly. But in terms of him as an actual keeper, I think he's really good. I think he's world class. But I've never really thought, Ederson's like by far. Maybe at the early days, I thought, he's by far I thought he's the best. But I think David Raya can potentially get to that, because he's, even from his time at Brentford, he's always been like a good goalkeeper, a good shot stopper and stuff like that. And obviously he's getting the he's getting the platform now and like more now, and then just given like the more consistency and as he obviously he's still kind of like relatively young, so like he can actually improve as a goalkeeper. So I definitely think he can get there, but Allison level, no, just because Allison's legit fake.
Yeah, okay. I think that was kind of my stance on it, to be fair. And I think Steve agrees. Steve?
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
Okay. Right. We're talking about a Man City player there, Edison. Like I said, let's go on to Erling Haaland. So back-to-back hat tricks in the league. Steve, I think you referenced the second goal earlier in the pod, saying like the guy like
Sometimes it's always good to look at I do it sometimes. Look at the reaction of all the other players on the pitch when a goal like that happens. And the West Ham players they just turned around and just said like, just shrugged their shoulders. Because what can you do about that? They defended that fine. City made a few extra passes. It gets to Haaland's feet. No real backlift. And it's in the top of the net. And like, it's 2-1. You're 2-1 down. You worked hard to get back in the game. And it's like, what can you do? Scary, man.
Pepper's right in it. Like you actually can't stop him. Like what do you do? Because okay, let's say you want to like double up or you want to, man to man him or whatever. You're leaving gaps, you're leaving spaces for City's other players to get involved. How do you stop Erling Haaland? Like seriously.
You just got to try and stop the ball feeding into his feet.
Yeah, but even that, like I said, you focus on that too much, someone else is getting free.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's tough, man.
He's a freak.
We did it twice last season, though.
Yeah, we did, to be honest. We did. But the guy is an absolute freak. I think he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. There's not much you can say about it. I respect it though.
Yeah,
I respect it. What's your 96? Was it 96 or 97 goals in like 100 and was it like 100 appearances?
It's 100.
Or maybe like 100 and something appearances. I think like 101, 102, something like that. But yeah, he is phenomenal. And yeah, if we have a shot at winning the league, we'd need him to just obviously never pray injury on another player, but like we just need him to be off form. I'll say that because I don't know how. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest with you.
I don't know what to say. It upsets me.
Yeah.
It upsets me.
Yeah, we've not seen anything like it. Okay, well, kind of giving him his flowers there. Didn't really say much because there's not really much to say. So let's
Do you
have
think with City? Do you think? I don't know what it is, but they're obviously still sick and like obviously Harden just spazzing out right now.
Mm.
But I just still feel like they're beatable.
The thing is, yeah, I know exactly how you feel, but then when you've got an equalizer, when you've got a secret weapon like Haaland, yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. You don't even have to be perfect. Haaland will punish you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
but I definitely see what you see as well. I don't think they're like. I don't think this is one of Pep's greatest sides. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's been better iterations of Man City.
And then also, I think someone mentioned, I can't remember who it was, but they mentioned the fact that like City didn't really do a lot of business this window.
They didn't.
Apart from like obviously bringing Savino in, and like usually like
Gundogan.
Sorry, and Gundogan. But then like their squad, their squad isn't light, but like compared to like the City squads we've seen before, it's not like crazy. Do you know what I mean?
That's what Pep said he wanted.
I agree.
He wanted that.
He said, I only want to be working with like 17, 18 players. I don't like when the squad's too big.
Yeah, but like you guys said, depth-wise, there's more games this year. If they get an injury, you never know. You never know, man.
No, I know.
What do you mean, you know?
I've seen it before. They'll find a way to figure it out and they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually true. Let's just see what happens, man. Game at a time. All right, elsewhere in the league, We saw one of the best comebacks in Premier League history.
Oh,
Bournemouth beating Everton. Yeah, shocking. Ipswich and Fulham. I want to. Who's your second team this year? You got Fulham or Palace?
I'm gonna go with Palace because I like Eze.
Yeah, same. But
You
Fulham,
see Eddie? You see Eddie's video?
yeah, I saw it.
It's like, don't know. It's like, no, maybe not. Just
It's like what, bro?
I don't know. I feel like it's like Will Smith going down to like some B-list sitcom set, something like that. Like they're all starstruck by him. It's like, oh, Eddie, you're right.
No, they weren't starstruck. What are you talking about?
Bro,
they weren't
why did
starstruck by him.
They look starstruck.
They were not starstruck by him. Have you seen the video?
I only seen the bit where like he comes in and Eze's on like the massage table and he's like proper
Yeah.
like dapping him up and stuff.
He was like, they should chain up Mark Gahey.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep him in chains. They weren't flipping starstruck. What are you talking about?
All right, why did they put the camera on him like he was like a star signing?
I mean, for them, he is. How many?
I don't think.
How many 30 million signings have they made?
It's the Prem now, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it's a big signing for them. He could be
I
a
don't
really
think
good
so.
player.
I don't think Eddie
so.
gets is a massive signing for Palace.
I think he's a good signing for them.
No, he's a good signing, but I didn't like. I was shocked to see that they've got like not a player cam, but like a Eddie's first.
And he's from South, innit? So like,
Yeah, I understood that one. The footage of that, I understood that outside the ground with his dad and the lady. He's changing up. That was cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shocked by that. But it's good. Listen, credit to him, and hopefully he does
10
well.
Premier League goals.
Yeah, Eddie should get 10.
I think he gets 10 Premier League goals.
He should. But Mateta's there, innit?
What do they play up top? 2?
They play 2 10s and a 9, so I wonder if they play 2 9s and a 10 now.
It'd be interesting to see. But I think Eddie could get 10. He's capable.
Yeah, 100%.
He's capable. And you know what I was thinking, yeah? Like, a little bit of a tangent, but like people, I don't know, innit? People might look at Eddie like, oh, he's failed or whatever, but he's made it to play for Arsenal Football Club. Like, he actually played games. Like, he got the number 14.
Yeah.
He came from our academy. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man.
He's one of our most successful academy prospects like ever.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think he's had a good career so far, and I think he can really cement his like Premier League status. Like, I was gonna say like legendary status, obviously not legendary status, but you can look back and be like, yeah, Eddie Nketiah, that was like a good Prem player.
Yeah, he could become a mid-table legend.
I think he's young enough to. No, he's young enough to.
Yeah. There's enough time.
If he gets like double digits for the next 5 seasons in a row, I think you look at that and you're like, yeah, do you know what? That was a success. Do you think he can bag another big move, or that's it?
Of course. He's what,
Do you
25?
think he could?
Is he 25?
Yeah,
26?
25, yeah.
Of course.
But
What
what's
do you
a
mean
big
big
move,
move?
though? Yeah, what's a big move to you? What do you think he can?
A European club. Club that plays in Europe.
You don't think he could get another Premier League?
A top six.
No. I mean,
Top six,
a club that plays in Europe.
Okay.
Oh, is it top 6?
Yeah.
I think he can I think if Newcastle stay good and they sell Isak, he can maybe get a Newcastle. I don't think he can get any of the traditional powerhouses
But you never know though.
I think you do never know, but I think he'd have to improve significantly, massive significant.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because what does he need to improve on?
Just his all-round game as a player, and then he has to become a lot more prolific than what he's shown. Obviously, I think
He's not had the opportunity though.
I think he's a good finisher. I think and stuff. And maybe you can argue that, but even the fact, I think one what I've come to realize as well is one trait that a lot of the big top players have, especially top attackers, and one thing that top clubs, they will buy you if you have this trait, is your ability to get shots off. And I say this a good example was obviously what we saw at Lyon was different, but with Lacazette, obviously he looked very prolific at Lyon. But at Arsenal, I still thought he was a very good finisher, but his ability to get multiple shots, to create multiple shots for himself, he didn't really have that. So it became a thing where he's probably having like 1 to 2 shots a game,
He
and then
wasn't
like,
suited. He
and then
physically he
he's
wasn't
not.
suited
Yeah,
to the league.
and I've made enough me due to the physicality, and it's another reason why I think it's partly why Liverpool went on Nunes because obviously he's not the greatest finishing wise, but he constantly he gets a lot of shots. He gets himself into a lot of shooting positions, and like
Nicholas Jackson.
that's another one. Like if you're getting into those positions like constantly, I feel like top teams will look at that because that's like something they can say, you know what, he can convert. And then like obviously the guys who are uber clinical and who bag, they like obviously they create a lot of shots for themselves and they score.
I 100% agree with you. I think one of the best metrics, like when you're doing an eye test on a striker, if he's getting a lot of shots, I think he's doing something right. Because I feel like you can always work on finishing, but you can't necessarily. I think you can. I think you can. I don't think you can always necessarily teach where to be. Like being in the right place at the right time, I think that's harder to teach than the finishing part of it. I don't know. Could be wrong. But yeah, anyway, moving on. So yeah, Palace and Chelsea, that was a 1-1. Villa won. They beat Leicester 2-1. I think Leicester going back down, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, that's just me. Newcastle won 2-1. Steve, you said Spurs should have won that game.
Yeah, Newcastle, actually, I was actually quite concerned. I don't think they're as good as I thought they were going to be. Maybe,
Oh, really?
maybe the international break, but yeah, they got battered that game, and yeah, I was shocked they won that game, to be honest.
Spurs. Eddie Howe, I'm seeing he's been quite frustrated.
Yeah, because they've not signed anyone, have they? They've signed who?
No one. They tried to get
signed
Elanga.
Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah, they tried to get Elanga. They also tried to get Mark Gahey. I don't know what. Apparently, there was a £5 million valuation difference. Why didn't they just do it?
I mean, paying 70 mil for Mark Gahey is crazy.
I don't think that's crazy, bro. That's the market.
75.
No, I thought it was 65.
They
'Cause I
bid
think
65. They bid 65, didn't they?
I thought they bid
65
55
and they
plus
turned it down.
50, plus 5.
I think that's a lot for Mark Gahey. I don't know, man.
He's in the last year of his contract, isn't it?
Is he? Oh wow, they lost it.
I don't know if I made it up.
A lot of
Okay,
people.
I don't know if I made it up because if it was, Palace probably accept that. But I think like they probably pay.
do that?
I think they probably pay. He's probably worth what Ben White was. I think 50 million.
Yeah,
for
but that
Gahey.
was then. That was
And then even
21,
then
no?
even Gahey at this point, I think he's probably worth about. I think 50 million should secure him. That's a lot. That's still
Yeah,
a
but
lot of money.
they're looking at it like Maguire went for X. Who else was it? Van Dijk went for X. So I get it, to be fair. I get it. Like, I'm not saying, I don't know, this is the market now, isn't it? And everyone has money. And everyone knows Newcastle has money. So an extra 5 million, I don't think that's terrible. Because who are their centre back options now?
Shaw, Botman, Dan Burn, Lloyd
You
Kelly
get-
can play centre back.
You know what I mean? Like,
Shit. Jesus.
paying an extra 5 million for Gahey, I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, lads, let's round up. Let's champ and champ. We've got an international break coming up. So, to be fair, I had an idea for you guys. I don't know what you guys are gonna think of it. You remember the Emirates 11 that we done?
Yeah.
I think we need to do a revised one.
Why?
Just because things have changed since we've done it.
Okay.
Things have changed. Like Saka could get in now. Ben White maybe. I don't know. Thomas Partey. No?
No.
That was more of a joke. Anyway, yeah, champ and chart. Let me start us off. So my champ of the week is who's my champ of the week? My champ of the week was I had someone in mind. Erling Haaland, back-to-back hat tricks. You can't deny the guy. My champ of the week is Everton.
because it's just not acceptable, is it? Do you know what I mean? Apparently they were dominating the game as well. It's not even like they were playing bad. So yeah, they need to be careful because they're just in a mess. So Everton are my champs of the week.
My champ of the week is Arne Slot. I like him. I like how he speaks. I like how he's moved. Obviously, it can't be easy coming in after Klopp, but don't feel like he's trying to be someone that he's not. It's just playing it cool, answering the questions, not trying to be overly charismatic. Quite good in the presses as well, giving a bit to the journalists. I like him, man. He's quite honest as well. You know what the Dutch lot are like. So, my champ of the week is Casemiro.
What does that mean?
They're honest, brutally honest. They'll just tell you how it is. That's their thing. Champ of the week is Casemiro. One of the worst performances I've seen. And unfortunately, to get dragged off at half time in such a big fixture for a youth player, it's terrible. And then for his wife to go on Instagram and post his trophy.
Come on, she's got a back on man.
Yeah, but don't do that. Don't do that. Is your trophies on the pitch? Is the trophies on the pitch playing for him? It's not. It's him, and he's washed. So, yeah. Champ of the week is Casemiro.
Well, my champ of the week is it's Eddie. I'm gonna give it to Eddie Nketiah. I think, like you guys have said, I think he's had a great career so far. I think he's one of the greatest academy prospects to come out of our club.
Okay, I don't know, man. I feel like you're adding sauce onto this. What do you mean by that? He ain't top 5, is he?
Yes, he is.
He might be,
Ashley Cole, Bukayo Saka. Wilshere?
Yeah. Yeah.
Smith Rowe?
Nah.
Actually, maybe. Because if I put Wilshere there, actually,
maybe there's guys from the 90s that we don't know. I mean, Tony Adams. Oh my, how can we leave Tony Adams out?
Oh, right, yeah, you're right.
Tony Adams.
Sorry for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I said he might. I don't know if he's for sure, but I think he's definitely like one of the best. Like to come out from our academy to play over 100 games for us.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I think obviously he couldn't be the striker that we wanted, that we needed, and like he did get a lot of stick. But I think now he's gone, we can actually appreciate it, like him as an academy prospect. So yeah, for that, I've got a lot of respect for him. And my champ of the week, I'm gonna give it to Ten Hag. After he tried to get mouthy with the journalist and said, "Oh yeah, list what went on," and he just went off and listed like 10 things, and he's just smiling.
He's not likable. He's not likable. That's one thing.
He pammed him. I like that.
Yeah.
Ten Hag is not a likable manager at all.
That journalist is getting interviews on the back of that as well. Yeah, I pammed Ten Hag. It's embarrassing, bro.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Bro, I saw him on Zoom calls doing interviews because he went head to head with Ten Hag.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right, lads. Well, thank you all for listening. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next week, hopefully, to do a revised Emirates 11. But we'll see you next.